I was born in Exeter in 1965. My dad's my stepdad. He's alcoholic. Mum used to knock him out with a crash helmet, that's how bad it was. Arguing all the time was the worst thing. Arguing and screaming, fighting. So two step-brothers and a sister. She was a nightmare, my brothers weren't much better. I was just wanting to get away and go and hide. So every chance I got to go down the woods or go down the beach, fishing or whatever, that's where I went. I just wanted to escape all the shit, basically. I've always been a loner, I like my own company. Don't know why, I mean, it's done me a favour in one way, because in life, as I say to people, if you've got that many friends, when you get to my age, that you can, someone you can phone up and come and get you if you need to be, no matter where you are in the world, you've done all right. Because most people won't do nothing for no one else unless they get something for it. We had a guy on Michael Mudge's farm. His job was to drive around the whole country, all the National Trust, just repainting all the signs. Well, he lived in a tent on the back of his car his whole life. Just drove around Dartmoor. Went up to Scotland, Wales, everywhere he went, just painting the signs in gold leaf. The wooden signs. That was what I would like to have done for a job. Nugget, or Bob Johnson he was called. We used to do a lot of drag racing and he was into that. We see him at this drag meet and he said to us that I live in Essex, I live on a boat. So we used to come down and visit him after we'd been drag racing. Come down on a Sunday after early morning, come and see him for the day, have a barbecue, have a few hours sleep and drive back to Devon early in the morning just to get back for work on the Monday like. So I ended up buying that little thing, a little boat there for 50 quid, 30 years ago. But now I've got a 48-foot yacht which is made out of concrete, which sounds really weird, but it's the best thing to buy for a boat to live on because it's concrete. Once you get it warm, it stays warm. There's a friend of mine owned it and he took it off to Spain, Portugal and the south of France with it, and it ended up that his missus found out he was seeing someone and when he come back to England she would come walking through the boat, started at the front with a gallon of petrol, walked through the whole boat tipping it on the floor, went out the silly little door on the back, lit a match, threw it in it and it blew her about 40 foot across the boatyard and burnt all the teak decks off of it. So I bought it as a shell. It was just bare concrete, the whole thing. So what I've done, I've basically fitted the whole thing out completely. It's ferrocrete and it weighs about 19.5 tonne. And that stove, I made that, it was a diesel fire originally. I made it, it come from a place, Grantham Water. It's all the underground stainless steel pipes, so it's a marine grey stainless steel. So we basically, it was a 10-inch tube, so welded the bottom on the bottom, the top on it, and basically made it watertight and put a drip feed diesel fire on it. That's what it was for years, because I used to get the diesel from work, from fishing, for nothing. These are hilarious. You fill them full of water, they're from Romford, beer bottles, still got the stop on it though. When they're full of water, they wobble like a weevil, like that. They won't fall over. They will on their own now, but you fill them full of water, they wobble around. But there, McCarthy's from Romford. It's still got the cork in it, but there's nothing in it. The shower is just basically a caravan heater, that's water cold out, that splits off and goes into the shower and into the sink. That one's a hot and that does the same, splits off and goes down. There's a pump in the back of here. It's not the same flow as your household, so you can't use the household shower head on it because it's not big enough. This one here is fresh water tank under there. You press that button. That's drinking water, that's showering water, that's rainwater, that one. And this one is actually fresh water under a tank in here, which I get in them plastic drums, which I've got to go and fetch and carry half a mile down the river every month. Everything in my garden I built with these things. Every single thing, other than obviously the vehicles and bits and pieces, but all the sheds, everything else is all done by my fair hands. I just like to do what I feel like doing each day. I do work, I do what I have to do to earn a little bit of money here and there, a bit of gardening, bits and pieces, but it's just nice, it's on my terms. Food comes with the tide if I want it. I've got things in my garden if I need to. I can shoot like wood pigeons and things like that. It's just, everything's here basically, I don't need nothing. It's called keeping yourself happy. You've got to find yourself a job. I keep telling the young kids, what's your favourite hobby? Whatever they say, I'll get a job doing that. And why? Because you've got to work looking forward to it because you like it. If you're going to work in a supermarket and you've got someone you don't like, you ain't happy. I wanted a happy life, so that's why I've done what I've done. It's my life, I do what I want.